Introduction. The key to freedom lies within imagine waking up in a prison. Not one made of iron bars, but one crafted by your own mind. The walls? Regret. The chains? Fear. The guard at the door? Your past. Now, what if I told you that you hold the key to your own escape? Dr. Edith Eger, a Holocaust survivor and world-renowned psychologist, has a message for you. The only prison that truly exists is the one we build for ourselves. And the gift is her guide to breaking free. This book isn't just about her story, it's about yours. It's about how you, too, can unlock a life of freedom, resilience, and inner peace. So, grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let AudiblePages break down the 12 powerful lessons Eger shares in the gift. Lessons that can change the way you think, act, and live. Lesson 1. You're not your trauma. Dr. Eger doesn't sugarcoat pain. She faced one of the worst human atrocities in history. But here's the kicker. She doesn't let that define her. And neither should you. We often wear our past like a name tag. Hello, my name is victim. But what if we remove that label? Eger teaches that acknowledging pain is necessary, but identifying with it forever is a choice. The first step to freedom is realizing that what happened to you is not who you are. You have the power to write the next chapter. But how do we move beyond trauma? It starts with self-awareness. When we recognize our tendency to define ourselves by our pain, we can begin to break free. That doesn't mean ignoring or minimizing what happened. It means refusing to let it dictate your present and future. One effective method is journaling. Writing down painful memories and actively reframing them can help shift your perspective. Another approach is therapy. Working with a professional to untangle emotional knots can be transformative. Lesson 2. Escape the prison of your mind. Auschwitz was a physical prison, but the real prison Eger talks about is the mental one. How often do we lock ourselves into cycles of self-doubt, blame, or bitterness? The truth is, the past cannot be changed, but our perception of it can. The question isn't why did this happen to me, but what can I learn from this? When we shift our perspective, we take the first step toward freedom. For example, let's say you were betrayed by a friend. You could replay the betrayal endlessly in your mind, letting resentment fester, or you could ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? Maybe you learned to set stronger boundaries or to choose your friends more wisely. The key is to reframe the narrative. Turn every setback into a stepping stone. Lesson 3. The power of choice. Imagine you're at a restaurant and the menu is filled with options. Hope, resilience, growth. But also fear, anger, and resentment. Here's the plot twist. You get to choose. Eger reminds us that no matter what has happened, we always have a choice in how we respond. We can choose love over hate, forgiveness over resentment, and action over stagnation. And when we make conscious choices, we regain our power. This lesson is crucial because so many of us feel powerless in our circumstances. But the truth is, every decision we make, from how we start our mornings to how we react to setbacks, is a choice. One way to practice this is through daily affirmations. Instead of waking up and saying, ugh, another stressful day, try today, I choose to focus on what I can control. Your mind will follow your words. Lesson 4. Self-compassion is not self-pity. Would you ever talk to a friend the way you talk to yourself? If not, then why do we become our own worst enemies? Self-compassion isn't about feeling sorry for yourself. It's about acknowledging your struggles and offering yourself the same kindness you would extend to someone else. The next time you catch yourself spiraling into self-criticism, ask, would I say this to a friend? If not, change the narrative. Practical ways to cultivate self-compassion include mindfulness meditation, keeping a self-appreciation journal, and practicing self-care. Remind yourself daily, I'm doing the best I can, and that is enough. Lesson 5. Forgiveness sets you free. Forgiveness isn't about the other person, it's about you. Carrying resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Dr. Eger teaches that forgiving doesn't mean forgetting. It means refusing to let pain dictate your life. She even forgave the Nazis, not because they deserved it, but because she deserved peace. If she can do that, Imagine the burdens you could release. One powerful exercise is writing a letter of forgiveness, not necessarily to send, but to release the emotional burden. Express your anger, hurt, and pain, and then consciously choose to let it go. Lesson 6. Fear is just a feeling, not a fact. Fear whispers all sorts of scary stories. You're not good enough. You'll fail. You're too broken to be happy. But here's the truth. Fear is just a feeling, not a prophecy. It's okay to feel fear, just don't let it make your decisions. When fear knocks, open the door, acknowledge it, but don't invite it to stay for dinner. A practical strategy is visualization. Imagine your fear as a small, harmless creature, perhaps a tiny gremlin whispering doubts in your ear. Instead of engaging with it, thank it for trying to protect you and move forward anyway. Lesson 7. Stop comparing. Start living. Nothing steals joy faster than comparison. Someone will always have more, do more, or be more if you let them. The only person you need to compete with is the person you were yesterday. One way to break free from comparison is to create a gratitude list every day. Instead of focusing on what others have, focus on what you are grateful for in your own life. Lesson 8. Learn to let go. Holding on to what hurts, grudges, past mistakes, what could have beens, is like carrying a backpack full of rocks. At some point, you have to ask yourself, do I want to be right or do I want to be free? Let go. Drop the backpack. Lighten your load. Lesson 9. Life is about progress, not perfection. Perfection is a myth. Progress is real. Instead of obsessing over doing things perfectly, focus on doing them better than yesterday. Eger reminds us that healing is a process, not a destination. Take it one step at a time. Lesson 10. Find meaning in your pain. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. What's the difference? Meaning. Eger teaches that when we find purpose in our struggles, we turn pain into power. Whether it's helping others, sharing your story, or simply learning from experience, there's always a way to transform wounds into wisdom. Lesson 11. Embrace the present moment. We spend so much time reliving the past or fearing the future that we forget to live. The only moment you truly own is right now. So, what are you going to do with it? Lesson 12. Love is the ultimate freedom. At the end of the day, life is about love, self-love, love for others, love for the journey. Love is the force that frees us, heals us, and gives life meaning. Eger's final lesson: choose love again and again. Because in the end, love is the ultimate act of courage.